nervous.
Come here.
Nerves. What are nerves? They are what I got that are going crazy right now. Pressure is on, man. Pressure is on. My phone has been blowing up all day.
I'm nervous. It's just
Hi, I'm Michael Talbert, and I play Jeremy Connors in What Matters. It's truly an inspiring film, and what I love about it most of all is the fact that we're not telling people what to think, we're telling people what to think about.
I just want to say this is an amazing film. The cast and the crew were amazing to work with, and I'm just super excited for everybody to experience it, to go out and see it, and to support. It's going to change your life, so make sure you catch it.
My name is Tracy DeLeon and I play Cheryl Smith. And I think everybody should see this movie because it is absolutely something that everyone needs to be talking about because everything does matter.
I'm Tykeem Sadler and I play Brandon Matthews in What Matters. And this film really meant a lot to me because before playing that role, I honestly didn't feel as strong as I did about the issues, especially with the ones saying, oh, it wouldn't happen in South Carolina and stuff like that. But after playing that role, it really changed who I am and really influenced, who I am.
Local film community here, and you are about to witness something really, really special. So I'm honored to be able to introduce this to you tonight. So give it up real quick for the cast and crew of What Matters.
On some true events, and I know it meant a lot to the cast. I was wondering, which part of those scenes meant the most to you?
The most important scene had to be where my son, by the way, this is my real son. And this is my daughter, and that's my other daughter. Believe it or not, some of the things that were said in the film, as I was writing it, I was trying to think of how to put a story together to tell. And then it dawned on me, these things already happened in my home. The lines that he said, "What color am I?" That was actually asked to me. And I had to explain to my son, the answer to that question. And it was very challenging. And it was heartbreaking at the same time to see my son come up to me and have to even ask me that question. And he had a situation that happened at school where he was bullied. He does train under me, so didn't go down like it's good.
I didn't have to prepare myself because I go through things that this movie has explained to the world, to y'all. I go through this every day. I see people getting hurt, getting bullied. I see people dealing with racial issues, calling people weird names, judging people because of their color or because of how they dress. And they don't really realize the fact that we need to come together and we don't need to push each other away or judge each other by our skin tone or the way we look or how we dress. We need to show each other the love that we each deserve.
One present. And I want to use where's Michael's?
Right here.
I want to use Michael's quote that he said because it's a perfect description of this film. This film was not to tell you guys what to think, what side to be on, there's no sides, what issues to believe in, or whatever the case may be. The reason for this film was to tell you what to think about. That's all that it was. It was an introduction of the conversations that we've been having on social media and everywhere else.
Well, yeah, initially when I was offered the role, I was really hesitant. I almost said no to it. And then we were at the studio late one night, and I saw the script, and he hadn't let me read it yet. And so I was like, all right, I'm gone. And I picked up the script, and I took it home with me. And yeah, I stole it. But throughout the script, I was laughing at parts, and then at the end I was crying, and I knew I had to be a part of it. And then on top of that, my cousin, who was a police officer, he was murdered in the line of duty. And so something that I had to ask myself was, am I going to disrespect my cousin, who was an everyday superhero? Am I going to disrespect him by taking this role? But again, after reading the script and knowing that I had to be a part of it, you know, I said yes, and I'm super thankful and glad that I did.
And while you all were teaching us about so many different things that we're going to chew on for a very long time, hopefully be able to see this film, you know, reach in far, far places that we can imagine now. One, did you guys learn, and you're all welcome to add how you like, did you all learn as well while you were putting on this film things you didn't know about yourselves? And two, do you think Columbia, South Carolina is going to be a launching pad for more works from all of you?
Drew Faith, who's up in the top, she should be down here right now, and myself, we created Carolina Film Network, which is a nonprofit here in Columbia that specializes in bringing in film productions to our state. So that was the start of this, and through that, you know, Drew was able to get several cast members, a DP who is somewhere over there, and several production assistants. So yes, I think that Columbia is just now it's waking up to film.
Now, going back to that earlier gentleman's question about what we learned from the film and what we see for Columbia, South Carolina in the future. I'm gonna tell you right off rip, I'm originally from Miami, Florida, right? Yeah. The 305, 954, et cetera, et cetera. Over there, they have a lot of film, they have a lot of projects and stuff going on, but it's it's becoming a very saturated market, right? Columbia, South Carolina is fertile ground. You know, it's fertile ground to really build a powerful, strong, and vibrant film community. It exists, but there's still so much more that can be done here. So much more that can be done here. This is why we have, you know, CFN. This is why we bring people together. This is why we, as cast, right, as people that do production and directing, you know, this is why we, you know, have wanted to become the impetus, you know, for different projects. Now, as far as learning different things, the thing that I learned the most is how beautiful and how harmonious things can be when you have such a talented ensemble in front of the camera and behind the scenes to put together such a beautiful work of art.
But these were real events that happened. That footage from the State House was real footage from the State House. The things that happened in the dialogue, the things about language, and I know you all noticed that it was very strong language, but there was a message behind it. Everything in this film was done on purpose. So we could, like I said, educate people, like, why do you say these things? Why do you use this language so freely in front of your children? What makes you think that they're not going to adapt that to their way of life? Everything in this, like I said, everything in this film was done on purpose, and that was
social injustice. You dealt with peer pressure. You dealt with bullying. You dealt with women in the workplace, and you dealt with the fact that we all have a social responsibility to our community as well. So thank you.
everyone who came out to our first premiere for What Matters. I am so excited, and casting and being the line director for this film was amazing, and having my company, Picture Media Group, also be the production company. So I hope everyone gets to see this film and that it touches them and touches their soul like it has everyone in the cast and crew and everyone who has seen it so far. So I hope y'all get to enjoy it.
Very great film, you know what I mean? I honestly, I like it a lot.
I look forward to seeing more things from them in the future. It was just mind-boggling. I'm so happy that they had that kind of conversation.
It was a great movie. I'd see it again.
What a phenomenal cast. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
So I was happy to come in and do it. I'm glad it's a positive film. I actually can't wait to bring the kids to see it.
Very, very thought-provoking, a lot of social issues that are touched, and a lot of things that we really need to hear.
It was very professional. I was very impressed with everyone's acting skills and the emotion that was put into the film.
They all was awesome.
Yes, they all were
enjoyed
awesome.
it. Come out and see the movie.
There's nothing bad I can say about the film. I love the message behind it, and I like the fact it was filmed in South Carolina. So
this right here, this movie needs to be seen by everybody, worldwide.
Everyone needs to get out and see this film. It's a very important film. This is truly what matters.
My name is Andrew Gadgetar. I'm the writer and director for What Matters, and this turnout was just amazing. Could not ask for more support than what we got today. It was just, I seen the love, I felt the love. Everyone enjoyed the film. It was awesome. When I wrote this film, I set out to speak a message, and that message was told. And I've seen it in people's eyes. I've seen tears, I've seen laughter, I've seen emotions in the audience as well as after the film. And I've seen some great questions. It was awesome, it was amazing.